flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And that is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Newton. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Hassan Reddick. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, here's Newton. Shifts free at the 15, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Third and 2, Newton. Flush to his right, and this is going to be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
Good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 23 yards on the play.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Wide open receiver complete. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down. Newton now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Looking sideline, incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So we're trading 1st half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot! Hot!
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Leopard! Leopard!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And the Browns getting set to go. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. An open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Newton on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Over! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Play action. It's Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever. Back to throw, Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. He'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll set up a throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Detroit, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney!
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll set up to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And that's caught left side, Seals Jones with it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hut! Hut!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut!
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The son, Reddick, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Going deep here for Landry. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Off play action, Newton. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Again, Newton. And that one dropped drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hut. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, it's Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw is Newton. He finds an opening past the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Arnold. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Newton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a first down throw for Newton. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He's back to throw. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's the fullback with time running out, and the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So out now come the Cardinals. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on each